Hi there, and welcome to episode number 3 of Hiring is Hard, but it doesn't have to be, where today we'll be discussing how to attract great people to your organization if you're not a trained recruiter. But first, follow me on LinkedIn, like, comment, and share this video for more engagement and better Q&A with other talent acquisition experts. Quick reminder that this educational series will be posted on LinkedIn at 9 a.m. Eastern on the first and the third Wednesday of the month. Lastly, check out epatalent.com for more information about talent acquisition transformation. Now that the public service announcement is over, let's jump right into it. So, here's the scenario. You're a human resources professional, or you're a department leader. You're tasked with hiring for vacant positions. Maybe you're required by position description to own the hiring responsibilities, or maybe you're required by necessity to own the hiring responsibilities. Either way, you've found yourself in a place where you are forced to exit your area of expertise and assume a different role entirely. Sound familiar? Now let me step aside for a second. One of our clients was having a challenge recently on this same scenario. Our client's a retail and distribution industry company with approximately 100 employees. They have a very large volume of hourly workforce that make up the majority of their staff. Every department owns its own hiring. Now, when vacancies or new positions arise, it's on the department leader to sort it out. The finance leader told me that it's detrimental when he has a vacancy on his team. It's hard for him. He's uncomfortable with it. He doesn't know what to do or how to do it. He's winging it on every time, hoping for the best, but expecting the worst, and a lot of times seeing the worst. The most frustrating part for him was how much time it takes. So I asked our client how he goes about finding good people. His response, well, our HR person posts it and the responses come to me. And when I asked him what he does from there, he couldn't give me a direct answer. It was as if he was flipping a coin. Now, sometimes candidates aren't showing up for their interviews, he said. And sometimes they aren't even returning his calls. And worse, even sometimes they're rejecting his offer. Frustrating to say the least, but this is not uncommon for a company of this size and structure. So, what do we do? Well, of course, I would recommend Recruiter Pro training or hiring for supervisors with East Park Avenue, and you can check out the link below. Now, short of investing in professional training and development, I would recommend the following tactics. Number 1, be on offense. Own the conversation. Lead the dialogue with the candidate. Explain what you're going to discuss in the call and what you expect to cover, what you expect from them. Give the candidate insight to why you're hiring and what you're looking for specifically. That way there's clarity in the dialogue. Number 2, be an expert. Know what you're talking about. You can't sell something if you don't know what you're selling. So take the time to prepare a script before the call. Prepare a script for why the company's great. Why is the position great? And then transition to what makes this better than where they are now. Number 3, understand motivation. Ask the candidate open-ended questions and probe for information about why they're here in the first place. Avoid vagueness, avoid gray area, and get to the root cause of the action. It's a red flag if they can't convince you of their motivation for making a change. Number 4, quantify and qualify. Ask the candidate about their scope and the volume of work. Ask questions that start with how many, how much, how often, who, what, when, why. What have they made? What have they saved? What have they achieved at their organization? We're looking for clarity here, folks. You should be able to visualize the candidate at work. Number 5, lay a clear path. Next steps in the interview process. What are they? Be clear about those with the candidate. How many steps? How many stages are in the process? Who else will they meet? When should they expect to hear back from you or someone at your company about the next steps? How many candidates are you considering and where do they stand? How does this candidate stand against the other candidates you've considered? Number 6, ask for commitment. Will the candidate do what they say they will do? If so, will you do what you say you will do? Ask them about their concerns or their hesitations. Go ahead and address your concerns and your hesitations live on the call. If it's not a match, tell them and avoid wasting more time. Number 7, compare and contrast. Ask what other opportunities they have pending. Ask them, where do they stand in the process? Ask them how this opportunity ranks against the other opportunities, or how this opportunity ranks against their current job. The most important part of utilizing these tips is active listening. If you don't listen and notate for your own retention, you aren't doing yourself or the candidate any favors. By following these steps, it will help you to create a roadmap for the interview and candidate evaluation process. To the candidate, it will show that you are buttoned up and you're an employer of choice. Hiring is hard, but it doesn't have to be if you're poised, prepared, and pragmatic. See you soon.